I'm Shana, I have MS, and in this video I'm going to talk about my disease-modifying drug called Kesimpta. So Kesimpta is an injection that I do myself from the comfort of my own home once a month, and it's technically called a subcutaneous injection. It's kind of like an EpiPen. I just push down on my skin and it injects, so I don't actually have to see the needle. Now, as always, I've got my trusty iPad here so that I can read information so I don't get anything wrong, and I'm getting all this information from the MS Society. So what they say is that it is a DMT for active relapsing MS, and its brand name is Kesimpta, which is actually from, I can't say this word, ofatumumab. I've probably just absolutely butchered that, but it's like that. That's kind of how the pen looks, and I will do another video on my next injection date, which is next month. So we're in October at the moment. I've already done October's, so then I will do November's. Who can take Kesimpta? You can have Kesimpta if you have active relapsing MS. That means you've had a recent relapse and or MRI that shows you have new lesions. And then I'll read a bit about how the drug actually works. Special types of cells in your immune system called B cells are thought to cause a lot of the damage in MS. They normally kill viruses and bacteria that get into your body, but in MS they damage your nerves. Do this by stripping the covering of myelin from your nerves in your brain and spinal cord. Myelin protects nerves from damage and helps messages travel along them. So basically, Kesimpta is damaging the B cells so that there are fewer left to damage the myelin covering around my nerves. The drug reduces how much inflammation is seen on MRI scans, and doctors can see this inflammation as lesions or areas of damage to nerves. There's also a bit more information here on how well it works, and there's quite a lot. I won't read it all, but I'll just mention the key points, which is relapses dropped by about 51 to 59% compared to teriflunomide. Don't know if I'm saying that correct. And disability getting worse was slowed down by up to 34% compared to that other drug as well. Now I will talk about my experience with Kesimpta. Fortunately, I feel like I've been really getting on with this drug, and I'm just so grateful because I didn't want to have to keep trying loads of different ones. So I'm really happy that I'm okay on my first DMT for now. I won't actually know how well it's working until I have my next MRI, which will be next year. But anyway, my first injection was in August of 2024, and on my first injection I had the nurse come over. She explained how I do the injection, and she stayed with me whilst I done my very first injection. A lot of people say that they get flu/cold type symptoms within the first hour or up to 12 hours after the injection, and I definitely got those symptoms. My symptoms started around 9 hours after I done my injection. So after about 2 hours, I was thinking, wow, I've lucked out. Like I prepared, I had food, I had snacks, I had movies ready, I was cozy in bed, just in case it hit me at any minute, and it didn't. So I thought, oh, okay, maybe I've lucked out and I'm not going to get those symptoms, which I thought would be really rare for me anyway, because I'm someone that reacts quite badly to injections like vaccines and stuff. So I was expecting to feel something. And then yeah, it came to like 9 o'clock in the evening and I started to feel really weak, really shaky. My head was hurting. I felt like I had the beginning stage of the flu. And then it progressed even more. For about 4 hours, I genuinely felt like I was going to die. And I don't say that lightly. I felt so unwell. I had to eat ice cubes. I had ice that I was smothering over my face. I felt sick. It was a really rough 4 hours, but I would do it all again because it's so worth it now. So they also advise you to take paracetamol and a antihistamine before you take it, so I did, and then I was also dosing up on paracetamol once I started to feel unwell. When I woke up the next day, I felt fine. I did feel a little bit tired, and I did feel like my body was adjusting to this new drug in my system, but I didn't feel unwell. And then the second and third loading dose, I just felt tired after them. I didn't really get any symptoms other than I had a little bit of a headache, my leg felt a bit heavy, But other than that, it was nothing like the first one. So basically how it works is you take 3 doses, 1 week, 2 week, 3 week, then you leave a gap, and then you have your 4th week, which is that's the day that starts your monthly cycle of injections. And now I'm in October, so I've done quite a few. I think I've done 6 or 5. Wait, let me work it out. I've done 5 injections. And yeah, I feel amazing. I don't feel any worse, but I don't feel any better, I don't think. But the drugs aren't here to cure us or repair any damage. My nurse did say that she sees a lot of her patients that their symptoms reduce or get better, and she said that she thinks it's because where you're on the drug and your body's not attacking itself anymore, it's then able to start trying to repair those damaged areas, so then those symptoms improve. So hopefully that happens for me. I'm due a blood test in January to check that it's doing what it should be and that it's reducing the right cells and things inside my body. But yeah, other than that, I feel really good on it. Like, I don't have any bad symptoms. I do get really fatigued on the week that I inject, but that's normal. I was told that normally that subsides after about 6 months. So if you've made it to the end of this video, thank you so much. I know it's been very long-winded, but I hope it's helped if you are currently in the stage of selecting your DMT, and Kesimpta might be an option for you. Also, to just add, I was offered Ocrevus, Kesimpta and Tysabri when I had my meeting with my MS nurse. That's what the neurologists decided that I needed. I needed it to be hit in a higher efficacy drug because my MS was quite aggressive. So yeah, and I went with Kesimpta because that worked the best with my lifestyle, and I just thought it was, for me, that's what I wanted to do. So please do your own research. Don't take what I say as gospel, because everybody is different and everyone reacts differently to medication. But thank you so much for watching, and if you have any questions, please do ask. Sending you lots of love and light.